Imagine waking up one day and realizing that every thought you've ever had has shaped your life. Every dream, every fear, every assumption, quietly forming the reality you live in today. What if I told you that right now you hold the power to reshape your future? That your imagination isn't just a place for daydreams, but the blueprint of your destiny. Neville Goddard, a man far ahead of his time, believed exactly that. He wasn't just another spiritual teacher. He was a revolutionary thinker who uncovered the hidden mechanics of reality itself. Born in 1905, Neville spent decades teaching a simple yet profound truth. Your imagination creates your world. Not luck, not fate, but the images and emotions you hold in your mind. This isn't just philosophy, it's a law, just as real as gravity. The people who understand and apply it are the ones who shape history, build empires, and live the lives most only dream of. But here's the thing, most people never discover this power. They live unaware, trapped in patterns of thought that keep them stuck. And that's exactly why you need to watch this video till the end. Because today, we're diving deep into Neville Goddard's teachings. Not just the surface-level ideas, but the hidden gems that most people overlook. You'll learn how your assumptions control your reality, why faith is more powerful than effort, and a simple yet shocking technique to manifest anything you desire. And by the time you finish watching, you'll see the world and yourself in a way you never have before. This might just be the most important video you watch this year, because if you truly understand what Neville taught, your future self will thank you. Welcome, where we explore the secrets to unlocking your full potential. If you're ready to take control of your life, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's begin. Before we talk about how imagination shapes our reality, let's first explore the core idea behind Neville Goddard's teachings. For Neville, imagination is not just a passive activity, it is a powerful, creative force. It's the means by which we engage with the world of possibility and bring abstract desires into tangible existence. In fact, Goddard believed that imagination is the foundation of everything, both the seen and unseen. Without it, nothing in the material world would come into being. Imagination is not something that happens only in our dreams or in moments of fantasy. For Goddard, imagination is reality in its purest form. When we imagine something vividly and consistently, we are actually impressing that image upon the fabric of the universe. The world we see around us, according to Neville, is simply a mirror reflecting the thoughts and images we hold in our minds. Therefore, the key to changing your reality lies in changing your imagination. This creative power of imagination goes beyond daydreaming about something you want. It's about truly inhabiting the feeling of the thing you desire as if it has already happened. Imagine, for example, wanting to manifest a new job. Most people would visualize the outcome, seeing themselves in a new office or holding an offer letter. But Neville teaches that this isn't enough. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This means embodying the emotions and sensations you would experience if you already had that job. You can feel the excitement, the pride, the sense of accomplishment. The more real and vivid this imagined experience becomes, the more likely it is to manifest in your life. When you hold a mental image and pair it with strong emotion, you are, in essence, programming your subconscious mind. The subconscious, unlike the conscious mind, cannot tell the difference between what's imagined and what's real. This is where the magic happens. By impressing these images upon the subconscious, you begin to attract situations, people, and opportunities that align with your mental creations. Your outer world shifts, seemingly in response to your inner world. Neville also explained that imagination is not limited by time or space. You can imagine yourself in the future or recall a past memory to create new emotions. This ability to transcend time and space in your imagination gives you full control over your life. You are no longer bound by circumstances, and you are no longer at the mercy of external forces. Through imagination, you are the architect of your destiny. To make this process work, Goddard often spoke about the importance of persistent mental imagery. It's not enough to simply visualize your desired outcome once or twice. You must immerse yourself in that experience daily, create a ritual around it. Neville often recommended using the technique of revision, where you mentally revise past events to align them with your desired outcome. If something didn't go the way you wanted, imagine it differently. By doing so, you shift your perception of reality, and in turn you shift the reality itself. One of the most powerful aspects of Goddard's teachings is that this method can be applied to anything. Whether you want better health, financial success, a loving relationship, or personal growth, imagination is the tool that can bring these desires into your life. There are no limits to what you can manifest when you fully understand the power of imagination. The key is to believe, feel, and imagine as if the desire is already yours. It is not just a matter of wishful thinking. It's the science of creation. The process can be as simple as sitting quietly, closing your eyes, and imagining the outcome you desire. Let yourself feel the joy of the imagined situation as if it's happening right now. According to Neville, this vivid, emotional experience will begin to ripple through your subconscious mind, influencing your actions, your decisions, and your interactions with the world. Over time, as the subconscious mind takes over, your outer world will rearrange itself to bring your imaginal act into physical reality. But here's where the real magic lies. Imagination is not limited to what you think is possible. So often, we limit our desires because we believe they are unattainable. Goddard challenges this belief. Imagination transcends these limits. If you can imagine something in your mind, no matter how far-fetched it seems, it can be made real. The world of infinite possibilities lies at your fingertips. And it's only a matter of how willing you are to believe in the power of your imagination to bring those possibilities into your life. So, before you dismiss your dreams as impossible, remember that they are only as far away as the images you hold in your mind. And as Neville Goddard teaches, the power to make them real is within you, waiting to be unlocked through the creative force of your imagination. Before we talk about how assumption shapes our reality, let's explore one of Neville Goddard's most profound ideas, the power of assumption. According to Goddard, assumption isn't just about thinking positively or hoping for the best. It's about fully embracing the feeling that your desire has already been realized. When you assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled, you are creating the conditions for it to manifest in your life. In other words, you live as though the outcome you desire is already true. And this act of living in the end is the key to bringing it into reality. Goddard taught that the outer world is a reflection of our inner beliefs and assumptions. If you assume that something is already true, your subconscious mind works to bring it to fruition. The catch, however, is that this assumption must feel real. It's not enough to simply say you believe it. You must embody the experience of it. For example, if you want to manifest a successful business, you don't just imagine having the business. You imagine yourself running the business with confidence, making decisions with ease, and feeling the sense of accomplishment as if it has already happened. The feeling of success, the joy of achievement, must be felt in the present moment. This idea of living in the end is central to Neville's philosophy. To live in the end means to act, think, and feel as though the desire is already a part of your reality. It's about stepping into the future version of yourself who already has what you want, and fully inhabiting that person. In this state, your thoughts, actions, and energy align with the outcome you wish to create. Living in the end is not about waiting for the circumstances to change first, but rather about assuming that the circumstances have already changed and responding accordingly. Goddard often used the analogy of an actor preparing for a role to explain this concept. Just like an actor steps into a character and fully immerses themselves in that role, you must step into the version of yourself who has already achieved your desires. The actor doesn't wait for the audience to recognize them as the character. They embody the character, and through that embodiment, they create the performance. Similarly, by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you create the conditions for your desire to be expressed in the physical world. It's important to understand that assumption isn't about pretending or faking it. It's about aligning your consciousness with the desired state. This alignment is what drives the manifestation process. When you assume the feeling of having your desire, you remove all doubt, fear, and resistance. You stop questioning whether it will happen, and instead you live with the certainty that it is already yours. This unwavering belief is a powerful force that directs the course of your life. Goddard emphasized that this process is natural and accessible to everyone. The key is to practice the art of assumption consistently. If you want to manifest a loving relationship, assume the feeling of being loved, valued, and supported. If you want financial abundance, assume the feeling of financial freedom and security. By embodying these feelings, you begin to attract circumstances, people, and events that reflect the assumptions you hold in your mind. It is your internal state that creates the external reality. Another critical element of assumption is the role of faith. When you live in the end, you must have faith in the unseen. You must believe that what you assume to be true is already on its way, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. This is where many people falter. They wait for external signs before fully embracing the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But according to Neville, the external world is just a reflection of your inner world. It's only when you fully embody the feeling of your desire, without doubt or hesitation, that it will begin to materialize in your life. Living in the end is not just a passive mental exercise. It's an active process of creation. You are not waiting for things to change in the physical world before you feel differently. Instead, you are choosing to feel differently now, knowing that by doing so, you are aligning your reality with your desires. You are not a passive observer of life, but an active creator of your experience. When you fully assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the vibrational frequency of your desire. The universe, or whatever you choose to call the force that governs reality, responds to this frequency. As your thoughts, feelings, and actions align with your assumed state, the physical world has no choice but to mirror that assumption back to you. It's the law of correspondence. What is within is without. By living in the end, you tap into the infinite creative power that lies within you, and that power begins to shape your world. Before we talk about how faith plays a role in the manifestation process, it's important to understand just how critical belief is in shaping the world around us. Faith, according to Neville Goddard, is not a vague or abstract concept. It is the unwavering conviction that what you imagine and assume is already real, even when the physical evidence has yet to show up. Faith is the bridge between your imagination and your reality. Without it, the imagined outcome will not come to fruition because the power of belief is the fuel that drives manifestation. When Neville speaks of faith, he's not referring to a blind hope or wishful thinking. Faith, in this context, is a deep, unshakable belief in the unseen. It is the trust that the universe will respond to your inner assumptions and bring your desires to life. This faith does not waver, even in the face of external challenges or the absence of visible results. It is this kind of faith that reinforces the reality you've imagined and makes it inevitable that your desires will manifest. Faith is essential because it acts as the catalyst for the subconscious mind. The subconscious is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever seeds you plant in it. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, or uncertainty, those are the beliefs that will manifest. But when you have unwavering faith, you plant seeds of belief and conviction that your desires are already on their way. The subconscious mind does not question whether what you imagine is possible. It simply takes your assumptions and brings them to life. Faith is the key that unlocks this process, ensuring that the imagined reality takes root and eventually shows up in the physical world. Unwavering belief is what makes the imagined state feel real. When you imagine a desired outcome, it's easy to feel doubt creeping in, especially when the world around you doesn't seem to align with your desires. But it is in these moments that faith becomes even more powerful. Faith is the certainty that what you desire is already yours, and it's the refusal to accept anything less. This kind of belief fortifies the mental image you've created. making it more vivid, more real, and more powerful. The stronger your faith, the more easily your subconscious mind can begin to accept the desired outcome as truth. Many people falter in their manifestation efforts because they lose faith when things don't appear to change right away. But Neville teaches that this is precisely when faith is most needed. The physical world is often slow to reflect the changes we've made in our inner world. Faith helps bridge that gap. It is the confidence that no matter what the present circumstances show, your imagined reality is already on its way. It's like planting a seed in the ground and trusting that it will grow, even though you can't see it yet. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is that it makes the process of manifestation feel natural. When you believe that what you desire is already yours, you stop forcing, striving, or trying to make things happen. Instead, you align yourself with the natural flow of your desires. This alignment occurs when you have full trust in the process. Faith allows you to be at ease with the unfolding of events, knowing that they are leading you toward your desired outcome. It's no longer about striving against resistance. It's about flowing with the current of your belief. Faith also affects the way you act in the world. When you truly believe in the fulfillment of your desires, you begin to make decisions that are aligned with that belief. Your actions reflect the certainty of your imagined reality. If you're trying to manifest a successful career, for instance, having faith means acting as if you are already in that position, taking steps that someone in that role would take, making decisions that reflect your success. This confidence and alignment with your desire create a magnetic energy that attracts circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with your belief. Faith works in tandem with imagination. While imagination sets the stage, faith is the unwavering belief that what has been imagined will come to pass. The two together create an unstoppable force. Without faith, the imagination remains powerless, like a ship adrift on the water. But with faith, imagination becomes a vessel that carries you to your desired destination. It is the confidence that what you have imagined is already on its way to you, even if the signs are not yet visible. In this process, faith becomes a protective shield against doubt and fear. It's the armor that keeps you grounded in the belief that what you desire is already yours, no matter how the external world appears. It's this inner certainty that brings the imagined reality closer and closer, until one day it materializes before your eyes. Faith is not just a passive hope. It's an active, driving force that makes your desires inevitable. It is the foundation of every manifestation. Before we talk about how to practically apply Neville Goddard's principles, let's first understand that manifestation is not a passive process. It requires clear intent, emotional engagement, and consistent belief. To truly harness the power of imagination, assumption, and faith, you need to follow a set of steps that will guide you in making your desires a reality. These steps are simple but profound, and when applied correctly, they create the foundation for powerful manifestation. The first step in this process is defining a clear desire. This might seem obvious, but it's crucial to be very specific about what you want. Ambiguity breeds confusion, and when you're unclear about your desires, it becomes harder to focus your imagination and faith. Whether it's financial abundance, a loving relationship, or a new job, be as detailed as possible. The more specific you can be, the clearer the mental image becomes. Define your desire in a way that it feels real to you, something you can visualize with clarity. Once you have a clear desire, the next step is to use your imagination to vividly visualize the desired outcome. This is where you bring your desire to life in your mind. Close your eyes and immerse yourself in the imagined experience. Picture every detail. If you're visualizing success in your career, imagine yourself at your dream job, sitting at your desk, talking with colleagues, feeling the pride of achievement. The goal is to make this visualization so detailed that it feels real. Engage all your senses in the process. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What sounds are present? The more senses you engage, the more powerful and vivid the visualization becomes. It's also essential to imagine the experience from the perspective of having already achieved your desire. In other words, see yourself living in the end. Neville Goddard teaches that you should not imagine the steps to your goal, but rather the fulfillment of it. Don't think about how you'll get there. Instead, focus on the feeling of already being there. Visualize yourself as the person who has already succeeded. Feel the emotions associated with that success, whether it's joy, relief, excitement, or peace. When you feel these emotions deeply, you are aligning your inner state with the external manifestation. The next step is cultivating the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is one of the most powerful aspects of Neville's teachings. Imagination alone isn't enough. You need to bring emotional energy into the process. Simply imagining your desire without emotional engagement doesn't create lasting change. You must feel the emotions associated with having what you want, as if it's happening right now. Feel the sense of pride, gratitude, excitement, or joy, as if you've already received your desire. This emotional charge is what strengthens the creative force of your imagination. The more intense and real the feeling, the more you impress it upon your subconscious mind. Now that you've clearly defined your desire and vividly imagined it, along with the emotions attached to it, the next step is to maintain faith. This is where many people struggle. They visualize their desire and feel the emotions, but as soon as they don't see immediate results, doubt creeps in. Faith is the belief that the desired outcome is already on its way, even if there is no external evidence yet. Trusting that the universe is working in your favor, regardless of current circumstances, is what makes manifestation possible. Faith is unwavering belief in the unseen, and it's what keeps you moving forward, even when things aren't showing up immediately. Maintaining faith requires persistence. Neville Goddard teaches that you must continue to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, day after day, without wavering. This doesn't mean obsessively focusing on your desire, but rather maintaining an attitude of belief and trust that it is already yours. Persistence in the assumption means that you don't give up on your mental image, regardless of the external circumstances. If doubt arises, replace it with the belief that it's already on its way. If the manifestation seems delayed, hold on to the assumption that the universe is aligning to bring it into being. It's also important to practice gratitude during this process. Gratitude aligns your energy with abundance and reinforces the feeling of having already received what you desire. Be thankful for the manifestation, as if it's already a reality. This gratitude amplifies the emotional power behind your assumption and helps it manifest more quickly. Finally, be patient but persistent. Trust that the process is working and keep applying the steps without becoming attached to the timeline. The more persistent and faithful you are, the more you reinforce the belief that your desire is already fulfilled, and this in turn accelerates the process of manifestation. You are not just hoping for the future to bring your desire. You are bringing the future into the present moment through your imagination, emotions, and unwavering faith. By following these practical steps, you actively participate in the creation of your reality. Each step is essential in reinforcing the inner belief that what you desire is already true. And as you persist in this practice, your desires will begin to manifest in ways that seem almost magical. Before we talk about the potential benefits of consistently applying Neville Goddard's principles, it's important to understand that the power of imagination, assumption, and faith doesn't just change your external circumstances. It also profoundly impacts your internal world, your mindset, personal growth, and overall sense of well-being. When you begin to practice these principles, you'll notice a shift in how you approach life, how you view challenges, and how you interact with the world around you. This practice isn't just about achieving your desires. It's about transforming the way you perceive yourself and your reality. One of the first positive changes that you'll likely experience is an improved mindset. By consistently applying these principles, you begin to shift your thoughts from doubt and limitation to belief and possibility. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, you start to see them as opportunities for growth. When you truly understand that your thoughts and imagination shape your reality, you begin to take responsibility for your inner world. This shift in mindset means that you no longer feel helpless or powerless in the face of challenges. Instead, you recognize that you have the power to change your circumstances by changing the way you think and feel. The more you practice this, the stronger your belief becomes in your ability to shape your own destiny. This improved mindset leads to greater confidence and a more positive outlook on life. The next benefit of this practice is the achievement of personal goals. One of the most powerful outcomes of consistently using your imagination and faith is the ability to manifest your desires. Whether you are working toward financial abundance, career success, improved relationships, or better health, the principles of assumption and imagination provide the roadmap to manifest those goals. By clearly defining your desires, visualizing the outcome, and maintaining faith in the process, you begin to take consistent action that aligns with your goals. As your beliefs shift and you live in the end, your actions begin to reflect the person who has already achieved those goals. This alignment between your internal state and external actions brings about the realization of your desires. Over time, you will start to see the tangible results of your efforts. Whether it's a new job, a loving relationship, or improved financial circumstances, the more you practice these techniques, the more goals you will be able to achieve, and the more confident you'll become in your ability to manifest whatever you set your mind to. Perhaps one of the most profound benefits is the enhanced overall well-being that comes from living in alignment with these principles. When you consistently practice assumption, imagination, and faith, you are not only aligning yourself with your goals, but also with a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment. The act of visualizing your desired outcomes and feeling the emotions associated with them brings a sense of joy and excitement into your life. It allows you to experience the pleasure of achieving your desires even before they appear in the physical world. This emotional engagement cultivates a sense of well-being that transcends external circumstances. As you continue to live in the end and trust in the process of manifestation, you begin to feel more grounded and centered. This sense of inner alignment naturally leads to reduced stress and anxiety. You stop worrying about what might or might not happen because you are living with the firm belief that everything is working out for your highest good. The emotional peace that comes from this belief improves your mental health, your sense of self-worth, and your overall sense of happiness. When you are no longer attached to outcomes or fearful of the future, you can enjoy the present moment more fully. This deep sense of peace and satisfaction is one of the greatest benefits of practicing Neville Goddard's principles. In addition to mental and emotional well-being, this practice also promotes greater physical health. The connection between the mind and body is well documented, and when you cultivate a positive, peaceful mindset, it can have a profound impact on your physical health. By living in the end, you reduce the negative effects of stress and worry, which can have detrimental effects on the body. As your mindset improves and you embrace the feeling of well-being, you are likely to notice improvements in your overall health. Your energy levels may rise, and you may feel more vibrant and alive as you align with the energy of abundance and positivity. By consistently practicing Neville's principles, you also develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. You begin to recognize the power of your thoughts and how they shape your experiences. This awareness empowers you to make more intentional decisions, to choose thoughts that support your growth, and to take actions that align with your desires. You also become more aware of your emotional state and how important it is to maintain a positive emotional vibration. This self-awareness creates an ongoing feedback loop. Your improved mindset leads to the achievement of your goals, which in turn boosts your overall well-being, further reinforcing the positive cycle. Over time, you will find that the principles of assumption, imagination, and faith not only help you manifest your desires, but also lead to a life filled with more peace, purpose, and fulfillment. These benefits are not just about what you can achieve. They are about the deeper transformation that occurs when you understand the power of your mind and the way it shapes your reality. The more you practice, the more you will witness the positive changes in your life. creating a continuous cycle of growth, happiness, and well-being. Before we conclude, I encourage you to start applying Neville Goddard's teachings in your daily life. These principles are not just abstract ideas. They are practical tools that can transform the way you experience the world. By incorporating imagination, assumption, and faith into your daily routine, you can begin to shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. Start by defining your desires clearly, visualizing the desired outcome, and feeling the emotions as if they are already true. Maintain unwavering faith and persist in living in the end. These small but powerful changes can create lasting shifts in your life, unlocking a future that aligns with your deepest desires. Remember, your future self will thank you for taking action now. The changes you make today will ripple through your life, creating a future filled with success, abundance, and peace. The key is consistency and belief in the process. Trust that as you continue practicing these principles, the universe will begin to align with your vision, bringing your desires into reality. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on more content that can help you unlock your full potential and create the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for watching.